A very good morning to one and all. In the today's class, we will see the last topic of first unit, that is stages in the growth of financial services. Means before independence, okay, after independence, ನಮ್ದು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಒಳಗ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹಿಂಗಿತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಮೊದಲ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಲೋನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಲೋನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ಡೇ ಬೈ ಡೇ ಹೌ ಅವರ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಒಳಗ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ತ್ರೀ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಅದಾವ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಒಳಗ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಹಿಂಗಿತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಒಳಗ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹಿಂಗಿತ್ತು. At present, how it is our financial sector that we called as a stages as well as growth in our financial services. Okay, madal banking sector hingittu. Okay, madal insurance sector hingittu. Okay, before independence, we can say that people used to, means some banks used to not give long term loans. Okay, only they used to give short term loans. At present, more importance are giving on capital market, means where we can borrow and lend the money for long term. Before, capital market was not so much popular. Okay, before they used to do only short term loans. Okay, and one more we can say is that when this LPG have been introduced in the year 1991, ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ India's financial sector ಭಾಳ growth ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay, when this in the year 1991, when this LPG liberalizations, privatizations, and ಮತ್ತು uh, globalizations. I think everyone know what is liberalization. Total liberalizations under removing some artificial restrictions. Okay, that we call as a liberalization. Privatization means transferring of ownership from public to private. Okay, globalization means uh, opening the doors where we can start up our business or we can open to the international level. Okay, Madal, globalization was not so much popular. When this, in the year 1991, this LPG have been introduced, a drastic change has been happened in the financial services. Okay, we can say that financial sector, it is a backbone of our economy. Okay, we can say that this financial sector, it helps in economy a lot. Okay, financial sector, it helps in our economy a lot. For that, we say that a financial sector is a backbone, and day by day we can say it is an important sector in our economic part because huge number of growth will be happen. Okay, when this Indian economy was liberalized in the year 1991, a roadmap, we can say, was set for the financial sector reforms. Okay, we can say it is a backbone of our economy. Financial sector, it is a very important sector in our economic growth, as well as when this in the year 1991 this concept was introduced, liberalized, a roadmap was set. Okay, for the financial sector, and the huge doors were open. Okay, huge growth has been happened in the financial sector. And one more, after trading sector, after hotel sectors, transportation sector, and we can say communication sector. Apart from this, financial sector stand for second largest component, and as well as financial sector contribute much for the GDP. Okay, nearly 50% of financial sector contributes for the GDP. Okay, after we can see a trading sector, uh, uh, hospitality sector means hotels, we can say, a transport sector. After this num financial sector second component product, second largest component product stand month other to GDP ಗೂ help ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay, it contributes for GDP across 15% contribute ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Okay, we can say in Indian financial services, this sector is a one of the most complex. We can say a simple. Okay, and one of the most robust is healthy, we can say, in our economy. Okay, spanning from insurance to the capital market, banking to the foreign institutional investment, from mutual funds to the private equity, the financial sectors covers all the segments. Okay, the meaning of the second paragraph means financial sector ಒಳಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಏನೇನ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ? ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಬರ್ತದ, ಮನಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಬರ್ತದ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತದ, ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ. Okay, private equity investment. Under the umbrella of financial sector, we can say it covers all the sector. Okay, means the meaning of the second slide on the right, under the umbrella. Under the umbrella of financial sector, various much sectors ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಏನೇನ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ? ಮನಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಬರ್ತದ, ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರ್ತದ, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಬರ್ತದ, ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕವರ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್. Okay, uh, some major having some major effects in the abstract as well as physical form post liberalization, the financial sector mainstream of our Indian economy. Okay, when this privatizations, liberalization have been introduced in the sector, the financial sector undoubtedly under mainstream again Indian economy. In Indian economy, financial service sector one important segment we can say. Okay, next, uh, economic growth and development of any country depends to a large extent or efficiency of a developed financial sector, which comprises of financial institutions, market, instruments, and financial services. The meaning of this slide and the meaning of this first paragraph, we says that it, any countries, any countries economic growth ಮತ್ತು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವ. ಓಕೆ, ಎನಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದಾವ. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದಾವ. ಓಕೆ, ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದಾವ, ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದಾವ, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದಾವ, ವಾಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಇಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇದ್ದಂದ್ರೆ ಎವ್ರಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಚಲೋ ಇದ್ದಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿತ್ ದ ಲಿಬರಲೈಜೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಗ್ಲೋಬಲೈಜೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಆ ಮ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಬಹಳ ಆಗ್ಯಾವ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಫೋರ್ 1990 ಬಹಳ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 1991 ಇದು ಏನ್ ಎಲ್ ಪಿ ಜಿ ಬಂತು, ಆ ಮ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಕಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವ ಆಫ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್. 2 marks ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್? ಓಕೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಮತ್ ಅದರ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಅದರ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್, ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್, ಎನ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್, MFI ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದು ಕಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮೊದಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು, ನಾವ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಏನೇನ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಬಂದವ. ಓಕೆ, ಮೊದಲ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು, ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಬಂದವ. ಓಕೆ, ಮೊದಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗ್ಯಾವ. ಮೊದಲ್ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ UTI. As I told you, UTI, Unit Trust of India, which was set up by Government of India. Next, non-banking account, but MFA, ಅಂದ್ರೆ microfinance. ಅಂದ್ರೆ for group of people ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಲೋನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. For them we call as a microfinance. This I will explain in the last ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, next we will see the stages. Okay, stages ಮತ್ತು growth. Okay, in the financial services stages 3 ಒಳಗೆ categorize ಮಾಡೋಣ. 3 stages ಹೆಂಗದಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್, ಟಿಲ್ 1990. ಟಿಲ್ 1990 ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಟಿಲ್ 1990 ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 1990 ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ವೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆನ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಬಹಳ ಸಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಕೇಳದಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಏನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಡಕ್ಷನ್ Kotte before. Okay, mother like about the ಹೆಂಗ್ country development ಹೆಂಗ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ವಿಚ್ ಏನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು 1990 ಒಳಗೆ ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಬರಿಬೇಕು. there are 3 stages. Okay, before independence, after independence ಅಂದ್ರೆ till 1990. After 1990 ಏನೇನ್ changes ಆಯ್ತು. Okay, first we will see stage 1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ before independence, or we can say pre-independence. Pre-independence, pre-independence, pre-independence. Okay. See, pre-independence ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಮೊದಲು ನಮ್ದು financial sector was unorganized. Okay, before independence, you can say the financial services sector was unorganized. Everyone know what is organized and unorganized. Organized means which follows some rules and regulations. Unorganized means which does not follow rules and regulations. For example, see, we have a banking sector. Banking sector ಒಳಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, they should follow the rules and regulations which are given by RBI, Reserve Bank of India. And one more, stock market. Stock market rules and regulations either follow ಮಾಡಬೇಕು SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. Madalam, what we can say before independence, now the financial sector was unorganized. It was they should not follow some rules and regulations. Okay. Next, capital stock exchange had very few industrial securities and being traded in the securities market. Means in before independence there was no such stock market, we can say. Okay, stock exchange it much very few industry. Okay, being traded in the securities market. Okay, other jotenu some separate issuing institutions ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ to issue shares and securities. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ಮೊದಲೇನಿತ್ತು, separate issuing institutions ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. there was no separate issuing institutions. Okay, and participation of financial intermediaries had almost been nil in long term financing of industries. Okay, there were no financial intermediaries, means there were no so financial institutions, means in earlier there were they should not provide long term financing. Okay, they should be only short term. Before, people used to not take that much risk to give long term loans, means to provide long term financing. Okay, means there were no long term providing loans, they should be only short term. This was about the before independence. And one more, industry access to outside saving was also restricted. Okay, in the before independence, like globalization was not there. That much importance was not given. Under ittu bhal restrictions ittu for outside savings. If any way foreigners want to invest in India, adu to invest madal bhal restrictions ittu. There were huge restriction. Okay. Next, means this was about the stage 1 before independence. In before independence, the financial sector was unorganized. Okay, only few securities used to trade it. There were no separate issue institutions to issue shares, and there was no long-term financing of industries, and outside saving was already restricted. Okay, next we will see stage 2, means after independence till 1947 to 1990. What was the change has been happened? Okay, transfer of ownership was happening from private to public sector. Okay, in public sector institutions ittu, banks ittu, various institutions ittu, adu public sector ಒಳಗೆ develop public sector ಒಳಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ after independence. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮ್ದು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು, ಸಮ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಏನೇನದು, private industries, we can say private finance sector, we can say they have converted into public sector. After that, RBI was set up. Okay, Reserve Bank of India was set up, and State Bank of India, and the sole public sector bank was single sole public sector bank was set up, that is State Bank of India, in the year 1955 in the 1st July. Okay, after that life insurance for business, or we can say life insurance corporation, was set up in the India. This was done after independence. Okay, after independence ಏನೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಓನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಏನ್ ಓನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಟು ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಓನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಇನ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ 1955, and a life insurance business was set up. Okay, next, in stage 3, after 1990s, ಏನೇನಾಯ್ತು? Okay, after 1990, the main important what they have done, capital market develop ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. Okay, capital market develop ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, but more attention ಕೊಟ್ರು. Okay, more attention ಕೊಟ್ರು for the capital market, because some industries big long term financing ಬೇಕಾಗ್ಯಾವ. For that purpose, financial sector ಒಳಗೆ capital market ಒಳಗೆ ಭಾಳ focus ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ focus ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. Like various financial institutions ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ರು. IDBI bank, okay, IFCA bank, okay, some various institutions ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, capital market ಒಳಗೆ more attention ಕೊಟ್ರು, more development ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. See, after independence in the 1991, this LPG ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ some deregulations ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ಮೊದಲೇನಿತ್ತು, ಟು ಓಪನ್ ಎನಿ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಭಾಳ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಭಾಳ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಭಾಳ ಫಾರ್ಮಾಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಟು ಓಪನ್ ಎನಿ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಸಮ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುದಿಲ್ಲ ಟು ಓಪನ್ ಎನಿ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್. ಟು ಓಪನ್ ಎನಿ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಾಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮೊದಲ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್, till 1990, huge formalities ಇತ್ತು to take up permissions. To keep in this mind, after 1990 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, some artificial restrictions ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಮ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು, ನಮ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟು ಓಪನ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಅವರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಿರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ರು, ಸಮ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಪ್ರೈವೇಟೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಗ್ಲೋಬಲೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ನಮ್ದು ಎಕನಾಮಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟು ಓಪನ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಮೋರ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋರ್ ಅಟೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಟು ದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್. Okay, which is a main agency for allocation of resources. It will be to providing public sector, private sector, or we can say to the state government. The capital market will have importance ಕೊಟ್ರು. Okay. Next, we will see the growth of financial sector in India was due to development in sector. Growth in the financial sector means what components I have told you about banking, insurance, other. In that, first we will see in the growth of banking sector. Okay, banking sector again in development art. Okay, that we will see. We will see next we'll see the growth of banking sector. Okay, means the banking sector in India is the most extensive. Okay, the total asset value of banking sector entire in India is nearly US dollar, US dollars 2017 billion. So it is a some previous data. Okay, it is not a present data. I think some of are their present data. The data which I am telling you, US dollar 2017, it may be of 18 or 19. Okay, means the entire asset value of banking in India is US dollar 270 billion. Okay, in India, the total deposit is nearly US dollar to 220 billion. Okay, means banking sector has been transferred completely. Okay, because why this banking sector has transferred completely means Nowadays we are using huge number of changes has been happened in the banking sector, like net banking have been introduced, core banking have been introduced. With this we are more user friendly and easy. Madal Notary, there were no such ATMs, automatic teller machines were not there earlier. We can see in the present past, in this present few years, how ATMs are there. Okay, easily we can withdraw the cash at any time, 24 into 7. Okay, that we can do because we are now very much user friendly. Okay, and one more see to deposit the money, we should go to the bank and we should stand in the queue. Okay, for that purpose, deposit machines have been also came through which it saves our time. Okay, means a number of changes have been came, and one more like to enter our passbook. For that purpose, also we should stand in the queue. For that purpose, and that means entry machine passbook entry machines have been also came. For that purpose, we should pay some our barcode. We can stand in front of machines, and we can see how we can do our passbook entry. Means nowadays a banking sector have been coming up with very new technologies through which we are more user friendly. Okay, like one more we have like uh, a technology changes in banking sector like ATMs have been introduced, mobile banking have been introduced, net banking have been introduced. Okay, this was the drastic change have been happened in the banking sector. Okay, means usually we can say that nearly 2070 billion we have entire asset value of banking sector. Total deposits like $220 billion we have. Okay, at present we can say banking sector have been coming up with new various technologies like they are coming up with very new technologies they are coming up through which we are becoming more user friendly. Okay, like technologies, ATMs we are having, the mobile banking, net banking we are having. Okay, so these are the examples of banking and payment options. Okay, so, like Visa we are having. Okay, ITZ Cash we are having. Okay, these are the banks and Paytm options we are having. Okay, Axis Bank also came up with the net banking. Okay, we are having this. Okay, next, when you come to the insurance sector. Okay, insurance sector again changes we are having. Means everyone know what is insurance sector. An arrangement by which a company or the state undertakes to provide a guarantee of compensation for specified loss, damage, illness, or death in return of payment of a specified premium. There are a number of insurance sector we are having. Okay, damage insurance, law, death insurance we are having. Okay, if we do any insurance means if any loss happens to our uh, company, industry, or business. If you make a policy, means we can claim through our insurance sector. Okay. In India, we are consisting of 53 insurance companies. Totally, we are having 53, or we can say I was more insurance companies we are having, in which 24 are life insurance, business, and 29 are non-life insurance. Okay. In that, we have a sole public sector company in insurance sector, like we are having one sole public sector which is regulated by the government, that is Life Insurance Corporation of India. Okay, in India, life insurance sector is the biggest in the world. Means totally at present we are having 360 million policies. Okay, in all in India we are having total 360 million policies people have done. With this, India's again life insurance sector biggest in the world, because 360 million policies we are having. Okay, so these are some uh, examples of life insurance under a company's name. HDFC we are having Reliance, MetLife we are having ICICI, Tata AIG. Okay, L&T Finance. Okay, sorry, L&T Insurance we are having, and we are having Chola. CHOLA, Chola Mudra Finance we are having. Okay. So these are the examples of life insurance. Okay. Next, we are having other financial ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಐತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ಒಂದ್ ಐತಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ವೆಂಚರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಒಂದು ಆಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿಲ್ಲ. ವೆಂಚರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಒಂದ್ ಐತಿ and MFI, micro finance institutions. Okay, so this and one more non-banking. Okay, so this the remaining non-financial services. So this I will explain in the next class. The next class we will explain ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Explain ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಗಿತಂದ್ರ we will move to the next unit. Okay, that is merchant banking. Okay, merchant banking is a very interesting subject. So interesting topic we are having. Interesting topic. Okay, and it is a very easy to understand. Okay, so with this we will stop our today's session. The other financial services we will study in the next class. Okay, we'll complete this and we'll start with the second unit. I think hope everyone have understood the today's class. Okay, I think hope everyone understood.